Hey, what's up, y'all? It's your boy Chef Phill here, and welcome to another episode of Cooking with Chef Phill. Man, tonight y'all in for a treat. Man, I'm gonna be doing some lobster and grit cakes. My boy Anthony Hamilton sent me some grits. He got his own grits now, man. You go check him out at HamiltonCornerStore.com. Y'all go over and check him out. But I'm about to do these things right tonight. Like I said, I'm doing some lobster and grit cakes. As you can see, I'm not using a whole lot of ingredients. You don't need a whole lot of ingredients. But right now, I've actually already did the grit cakes because you had to do those kind of early and put them in the refrigerator so they can cool off. But I'm putting the rest, gonna pick up on these lobster tails right now, and I'm gonna season them, get them right, put them in the oven, then we're gonna move to the grit cakes. So now what I'm about to do now is we're about to prep these lobster tails up. But first, as you can see, I got one glove on right here. A lot of people always ask me, why you wear one glove? With me, I wear the one glove on my left hand because this is the main hand that's gonna be touching the food. If I'm dealing with raw food, I try to put the glove on that one. This one, hand's gonna be the one I'm gonna use with my scissors when I'm prepping the lobster tails, or if I'm seasoning, try to keep this one dry. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I have the one glove on. But now, so I'm about to get to the lobster tails now. So what you wanna do, so if y'all don't know how to prep a lobster tail, what you're gonna do, you got some shears, kitchen shears. You wanna get right in the middle of the lobster tail. How I do it, cut it straight down. You wanna cut it straight down, then you get in the back, go to the side a little bit. Get it like that, and just break it. It should break. You stick your finger under, the meat come right out. Just like that. Then you got it ready. So now I'm about to do the rest of them. And this is fairly simple, man. As you can see, like, it's not hard. A lot of people think it's hard to do. It's really not. Especially when you got them kitchen shears, it makes everything a whole lot easier. When you go to these restaurants, you see the lobster meat sticking out all nice and pretty and plump. This is how they do it. Now you can do this for the comfort of your own home. All right, now as you can see, we got them all prepped up. Got the meat sitting out, perked up, looking quite nice. Now what we're gonna do, we're gonna season them, and we're gonna pop them in the oven, y'all. What I like to do is I take a little bit of olive oil. I like to drizzle olive oil on whatever it is that I'm seasoning. And when I do that, what that pretty much does, it helps the seasoning stick on and not just fall off when you put it on. So I put a little bit of olive oil on it, rubbed in. As you can see, I still got this one glove. It's the only one I'm using to touch it. Because now I got my olive oil on. I'm gonna go get a little bit of salt, put some salt on it. Some of this cracked black pepper. You wanna make sure you get a good seasoning on it too. I also got some garlic herb seasoning. Put a little bit of that on there. Put a little bit more. And then I got a Cajun seasoning that I also put on. The Cajun seasoning is the finishing touch. Look at that. It looks good already. Pretty much what I'm gonna do is just line them up on my sheet. I got my sheet pan here. We're gonna line them up on here. And I like to do like face the meat, like each cross like that. That way you can fit more onto the sheet when you're doing it. That's just me. Place it on there. You can see I can only fit 4 of them on here with this right here. But I'm gonna squeeze another one on. I'm gonna put another one right here. And I'm able to do that because how I put them on here. All right, so one thing to do, we're gonna pop these in the oven on 400 for about 15 minutes, and we're going to these grit cakes. All right, y'all, we're back. So now, as you can see, I done grabbed my my grits from the refrigerator. What you want to do, like I said, I cook my grits ahead of time. Cause what you want to do is you go ahead and cook them like you normally do, and then you put them in the sheet pan and place them in the refrigerator for about maybe like a couple hours ahead of time, because you want them to be firm. Because what we're going to do, we're going to use a cookie cutter Or you can use, if you have a round one, you can use that. But I had the square one here, so I'm gonna use that. And I also have milk. I have milk and eggs mixture here. Then I have breadcrumbs, and I got like Cajun seasoning here too also. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut the grit cakes out, and I'm gonna bread them. Then we're gonna fry them. See, just take your cookie cutter or whatever you want to use to cut them. This right here makes it real easy. I'm telling you. You can get it out. See, got this one. See, what you want to do? You want to put it in the egg wash first. Then you're gonna come over here. Same thing like I did a while ago. I got one hand that's gonna be wet, and the other one's gonna be dry. Same thing. So you gotta bread it. I'm just gonna place it up there for right now. Then I'm gonna cut my next one. And in the meantime, I do have my my oil getting hot in the back, and what I'm using is regular vegetable oil. I got it heating up, probably on like medium high heat. You don't want to get it too hot because you don't want to burn them as soon as you drop them in there. All right, so now you see I got them breaded all up. What I'm gonna do now, we're gonna drop them in the grease, in the vegetable oil. And normally what you would do is you would put enough oil in there where it's not covering the whole thing. And what you're gonna do is you're gonna cook them on each side for 3 minutes until they're golden brown. That's what you wanna do. But I actually have more oil in here, so I don't have to do that right now. So it covers the whole grit cake. So I'm gonna let them go for about 4 minutes until I see them golden brown. And that's what you wanna get a nice golden brown color on your grit cakes. All right, so now what I'm about to do, we're about to make the sauce. So we're gonna make a smoky truffle cream sauce. It's gonna cover the grit cakes and the lobster tail. Well, I got my pan getting warm already. What I want to start out with is we're gonna put a little bit of oil in, maybe like a teaspoon of oil, because what I'm gonna do, I'm using butter, and you always want to cut your butter with a little bit of oil. See that? So what I'm doing now, I'm gonna build some flavors for this sauce. So I got my olive oil in there and I got my butter in. So now I got that, I'm gonna add some minced garlic in there. Let that butter finish melting, and let that the minced garlic, you want to be fragrant. You want to cook that down till it's fragrant. Woo, get that thing good and hot. I'm gonna turn the heat up a little bit more, probably like a medium high. Let it go. So I got that sitting there. Got the garlic in there. We're gonna let that go for about a couple more seconds. Cause you can see, I wish I could smell this, but if the scent coming from this garlic, it's great. So now it's okay now. So now what I'm gonna do is add in this heavy whipping cream. Tell you, like I said, I'm building these flavors. You got the butter in there, you got your minced garlic, and you got your vegetable oil in there. Now what I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna turn the heat up a little bit more because I added my minced garlic in. My heavy whipping cream. Heavy whipping cream in. Once you get up to a nice simmer, take my whisk. You wanna get a nice little simmer in. Once you get that, then you can add, I'm gonna add my smoky truffle season. I say tablespoon. Now, when you're working with truffle, you don't need a whole lot. The truffle goes a long ways. And you want to get that nice little simmer on there once you add your truffle in there. Y'all see how I built those flavors in there? And you can see I got some shaved Parmesan in here. That's the secret to this. That's gonna make it right. That's gonna make this sauce real creamy in there. Gonna have that Parmesan flavor in there. But I gotta let this heavy whipping cream go ahead and get a little bit more hotter before I add that in. It's getting there though, y'all see. Just whisk that around, incorporate all the different flavors. Now I'm getting that little simmering enough. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna add some of these Parmesan shavings. And whisk them in. I'm gonna lower the heat down some too, because I don't want it to overcook. Put the heat on low. What I'm gonna do, we're gonna let this just sit there and simmer. All right, so now that's on simmer. What we're about to do now, we're about to build this plate up. Let's go. All right, yo, now I got everything done. The grit cakes, the lobster tails, and the sauce. Now it's time for me to build all this up. So what I'm gonna start out with is, I'm gonna start out with the cakes. Start with the cakes first. So you got a nice golden brown. Anytime when you plate, anytime I'm cooking, all thing I'm doing, I'm thinking about from the very beginning how I'm gonna plate it. How I'm gonna plate it, how it's gonna look. A lot of people don't know, like when it comes to plating, it's like an art. Like you paint a picture on your plate. You want it to look good. So that's how I'm doing. And you want to build. Height is everything. When you're doing something like this, height is everything. Boom. Got a nice grit case down there. Got that lobster tail sitting up. I'm gonna come through with the truffle cream sauce. Pour it on there. Then we're gonna come through with a little color. And that's it. Got your lobster and grit cakes with the smoky truffle cream sauce.